Welcome to the Volcano. This is a strange course in that it uses the apples and pester balls quite a lot for most of its best shots, but it doesn't use the Poke Flute at all. In fact, I don't think a single Pokemon here has a special reaction to the flute. Most of them just face the camera, and what's more unfortunate are the high number of shots you need a little bit of luck and intuition to get. So let's get going with the hottest course in the game. Pokemon sign. Let's get this one out of the way first. The sign you're looking for is the gas on the left as you start. Throw a pester ball into the crater to make the gas look like coughing as it floats into the sky. Snap the photo and you're good. Rapidash. On to actual Pokemon photos now. There will be one Rapidash running by as you enter and a couple on the left just standing there. These do you no good. There are two more Rapidash after turning the corner that will earn you the most points here. Repeatedly toss apples at their feet as you're turning the corner to stall them. You want to take a photo of the one in front as its name, and you also want the other one to be in the shot for a decent amount of bonus points. Luckily, this one's very close to the start, so you can retry again and again as much as you like. Experiment with the dash engine, where you toss the apples, etc. Vulpix. The first Vulpix can be seen right after the Rapidash. Further down the road are two more of them. Use the apples to lure Vulpix further and further down the road after you, but try not to bonk them on the head. When all three Vulpix gather in the same spot under the flowing lava, they will stand at a triangle and repeatedly do their happy animation, which is what you want for full pose points. Then it's simply a matter of figuring out where to get the best size points. I usually go for the butt, but it's probably best to photograph the one on the left from the side so the other two are in the shot as well. If this proves tricky, you could try taking a photo elsewhere. They always do the happy animation when they eat, and it's much easier to get a shot of the butt at that point. Butts! So many points for butts! When something smells, it's usually the butts!
So that's the kind of bunch you are, eh? You're applauding butts. Ha! What do you think of that?
Charmeleon. You'll see a Magmar and a Charmander on the side of the path as you advance. Throw some food between them and the Magmar will start a fight, only to be knocked out as Charmander evolves into Charmeleon. You can then lure Charmeleon towards you with apples and take a photo of it when it roars triumphantly. This one can be tricky. If only you could stop the vehicle from moving at all. Try to get the Magmar and Charmander fighting as soon as possible for the most opportunities. Charmander. A giant egg blocks the way, but don't hit it with an apple yet. Look off to your left, where there are a pair of Charmander. Toss some apples at them and they'll call their friends. To get the best shot here, lure them as close to you as possible. Remember, while they're eating, the direction they face doesn't matter. You just have to get one to fill up as much of the frame as possible, probably by photographing him from the side. Then you need the other Charmander to cooperate and not jump up or anything. You can force them all to face you with a Poke Flute, but it doesn't do anything besides force them to stop moving, so if this helps you out in any way, go for it. Careful not to hit the egg where it hatches into. Moltres. Gee, I wonder what's inside the giant egg. Well, now it's time to knock it off the path with an apple. Then watch it fly into the sky. This photo is not so hard, just keep in mind, the best pose is the one where Moltres shrieks and shakes the embers off of its wings. Take the photo during this animation, and as long as you've got full size points, a perfect shot is not so difficult. Be sure to use the dash engine or the C buttons if you need to get closer or slow down respectively.
Well done.
Magmar. Right after Moltres is a pair of Magmar. Lure them close to the camera with apples, then toss one between them to get them to attack each other. Take the photo anytime they're attacking each other for the fighting Magmar bonus and loads of pose points. Be sure to take a photo of whichever is spewing flames and not the one that's getting knocked out. Then it's down to the size of the Magmar you took the picture of and how prominent his opponent is in the photo. This one is tough to get a good score with, so play around with him if you need to. Growlithe and Arcanine. These two are getting listed together because they're basically the same. Near the end of the course are three creators with Growlithe and Arcanine taking a lava bath. Okay. I always thought lava was bad even for fire types, but whatever. Throw a Pester Ball into the craters to shake them out. The reason I'm doing them both in the same segment is that it is completely random whether a crater nets you a Growlithe or an Arcanine, the latter seeming to be rare. You can actually toss your balls at them before you've even turned the corner. To get the best pose, take a photo of them when they shake embers off of their fur. The random factor comes in when you consider the bonus for multiple Pokemon of the same type in the same photo. If you're going for Growlithe and the game gives you Arcanine, you can't get that bonus, which is why this takes many tries. You can still lure them into position with apples if you've decided not to use that particular Pokemon as the subject, but boy oh boy is this one difficult to maximize the score on. In fact, this is one shot so difficult that I may link a video of a much better method for getting a high score of these two in the description, so look out for that. Charizard. Towards the end of the course is a Charmeleon. Knock him into the lava pool with an apple or Pester Ball to turn him into Charizard. Then bonk him on the head with an apple to get him to attack you, which is the pose you want for maximum points. Size is the tough part because you're not far enough away from him to get his wings in the frame unless you do something devious. So here's a theoretical strategy that I learned from another video on YouTube, which I will probably link to. Here's what you do. First, bonk him on the head, quickly turn to the pool of water behind you, hold Z and tap C right twice to look at Charizard again. As long as you hold Z here, you will remain far enough away from him to get the wings in the frame. At least that's the theory. I've never actually managed to get this one right. This one is a tough shot to get. That wraps up the Volcano. Man, we need more environments like this. It actually looks really cool, even though it's hot. Where was I going again? Oh, right. The next course is the river. That's curious. Could it be connected to the volcano? Is there like a flow of hot water going down to the river and becoming cold? Well, the river is nice and quiet, so it'll be relaxing and full of opportunity.